The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Marcel Proust. Have you ever felt something profound shifting within you? Today, I want to explore with you the 5 stages of spiritual awakening. This will be a clear and simple journey that will help you pinpoint exactly where you are right now and what awaits you in the near future. Stage 1. Unconsciousness and ego domination. The first stage of this journey begins in a state of unconsciousness, completely dominated by the ego. In this state, we are entirely absorbed by our emotions and thoughts without truly understanding that these elements do not genuinely represent our deepest identity. The ego holds us firmly attached to a version of ourselves that we believe to be authentic, leaving little room for reflection and differentiation between who we truly are and the superficial feelings we experience. Those living in this stage tend to passively react to external events rather than actively shaping their lives. It's a phase marked by feelings of helplessness, easily triggered by anger, frustration, and negativity. Life seems predetermined, and every trauma or hardship reinforces the belief that we don't control our fate, but are merely spectators in a drama where we act without genuine choice. In this phase, seeing others clearly becomes almost impossible. Every relationship, every interaction is filtered through the veil of our biases, fears, and past experiences. Reality is distorted, making genuine understanding of others unattainable. It's like observing the world through a clouded glass, obscuring the true essence of things. Unconsciousness is the starting point, the moment when we begin to feel that something is off, that a deeper and more authentic way of living exists. It's the first glimmer of awareness, signaling we are about to break free from unconscious patterns and begin exploring a deeper, truer reality connected to the heart of our human experience. Stage 2. Ego death. As the spiritual journey progresses, one inevitably arrives at a transformative phase known as ego death. This stage represents a profound collapse of the beliefs we've built around ourselves, deeply held convictions tied to our social identity, age, gender, and our ideas about God and the world. It isn't a physical death, of course, but rather a psychological dissolution, a loss of the old ways we viewed ourselves and life. Ego death allows us to realize that the story we've been telling ourselves for years isn't who we truly are. All preconceived notions, beliefs, and rigid definitions gathered over our lifetime are dismantled, leaving us in an empty, neutral internal space where we can finally observe ourselves objectively. At this moment, a previously unnoticed part of ourselves emerges, the inner observer. The inner observer is pure awareness, residing behind every thought, emotion, or sensation. It's the part of us quietly witnessing the continuous flow of experiences without becoming entangled in the ego's narrative. At this stage, we become acutely aware of the profound difference between who we thought we were and who we genuinely are at a deeper, more authentic level. This phase triggers a radical perspective shift, opening the doors to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the reality surrounding us. It's like lifting a veil from our eyes, allowing us to clearly see the illusion we had previously mistaken for truth. This recognition sets the stage for further exploration into the core of consciousness and the innermost nature of existence. Stage 3. The search for truth. After ego death, the journey continues with an intense and passionate search for truth. This phase is distinguished by profound curiosity, an ardent desire to understand the very essence of life and our own existence. During this stage, we ask ourselves deep, often challenging questions. Who am I really? Why am I here? What is life's purpose? What is the true nature of God? This quest is typically accompanied by reading spiritual books, listening to teachings from enlightened masters, and exploring videos and resources that stimulate our minds and nourish our souls. This exploration isn't purely intellectual. It originates from the heart, driven by a genuine need to find answers beyond mere words. During this stage, spiritual practices such as meditation, deep contemplation, prayer, even channeling become central to daily life. Each new discovery, every gained insight is a step toward the light of awareness, bringing an increasing sense of lightness and connection with the universe. This period is characterized by an authentic and profound thirst for knowledge, gradually transforming our perception of the world and preparing us to enter the next phase, the discovery of the authentic self. Stage 4. The emergence of the authentic self. Following the intensive search for truth, you now step into a deeply transformative stage, the emergence of your authentic self. This stage marks a significant shift away from pretense and superficiality, leading you towards consciously acknowledging and embracing who you truly are. At this stage, the facade you once presented to the world begins to crumble. Pretending to fit societal expectations becomes increasingly uncomfortable and even painful. You experience a rising discomfort whenever you attempt to live according to standards that no longer resonate with your evolving inner truth. This awakening phase reveals your genuine essence, bringing you closer to the pure, unfiltered self that existed before societal conditioning. It is reminiscent of your childhood authenticity when you were free from external pressures and expectations. This is a return to that innate honesty, innocence, and openness. During this profound shift, your inner guidance becomes crystal clear. Relationships, careers, or pursuits that do not align with your true self naturally fall away. You find it increasingly difficult to suppress your authentic voice and desires, becoming unwilling to compromise your inner truth for external validation. Significant life changes often accompany this stage. Jobs may be left behind, relationships reassessed, and even your living arrangements altered to better align with your newfound authenticity. Although this period can feel chaotic and unsettling, it represents a shedding of old energies to make room for new harmonious frequencies. Internal transformations are also a hallmark of this phase. Old emotional wounds and past traumas might resurface for acknowledgement, healing, and release. You may find yourself experiencing intense emotional fluctuations, riding waves of highs and lows as you purge what no longer serves your spiritual growth. Your physical body may also experience what are often called ascension symptoms. These can include heightened intuition, vivid dreams, premonitions, and a variety of multi-dimensional experiences. You become more attuned to yourself and the world, developing deeper awareness of your interconnectedness with all life. Stage 5. Living a life of alignment. In the final and most fulfilling stage of spiritual awakening, you transition into living a life of true alignment. This stage is characterized by harmonious integration between all aspects of your being, mind, body, and soul, and your connection to the broader universe. Living a life of alignment means understanding yourself deeply and compassionately. It involves accepting and embracing your limitations, forgiving yourself for imperfections, and celebrating your individuality. Self-compassion becomes the guiding principle of your existence, gently steering you toward unconditional self-love and kindness. Your inner harmony naturally extends into your relationships. Having accepted your authentic self, you naturally cultivate compassion, empathy, and forgiveness towards others. You realize everyone is navigating their unique path, doing the best they can with their current level of consciousness and understanding. In this stage, you also become your own nurturer and caregiver, embodying the supportive parent you might have needed in the past. You create a nurturing internal environment, fostering unconditional love and kindness towards yourself, which organically flows outward, enhancing your interactions with others. Alignment extends beyond personal relationships, encompassing your connection with nature and the world around you. You begin to profoundly experience interconnectedness with plants, animals, the earth, and even inanimate objects. This interconnectedness becomes a lived experience rather than a mere intellectual concept. Moreover, living in alignment does not ignore life's darker aspects, but embraces them with understanding and compassion. You see clearly that every aspect of existence, both the shadow and the light, contributes to the richness of your human experience. Instead of viewing difficulties with cynicism, you approach them with grace, knowing they are essential to your continued growth and understanding. This final stage of alignment is about fully embodying your true essence, living authentically, compassionately, and harmoniously, deeply connected to yourself and the world around you. It represents the ultimate fulfillment of the spiritual awakening journey, integrating every lesson learned along the way into a vibrant, balanced, and deeply meaningful life. Integrating the journey, embracing continuous growth. Once you've embraced the alignment phase, you recognize clearly that spiritual awakening isn't a one-time event, but an ongoing process. This understanding becomes central to your life, reminding you that growth, learning, and evolution never truly end. You now approach life with curiosity, openness, and humility, acknowledging that each experience brings valuable wisdom. In this integration stage, spiritual practices remain crucial, supporting your continuous evolution. Meditation, mindfulness, journaling, or other rituals become integral parts of your daily routine. These practices keep your connection to the authentic self strong and vibrant, guiding you through the ups and downs of everyday life with clarity and balance. Your relationship with your inner self deepens, becoming an ever-present source of guidance and reassurance. You trust your intuition implicitly, allowing your inner wisdom to navigate decisions both significant and trivial. Challenges no longer threaten your inner peace. Instead, they serve as opportunities to deepen your understanding and expand your consciousness further. Expanding beyond yourself, a call to service. As your awakening deepens, you naturally begin to look beyond personal transformation, feeling a call to contribute positively to the world around you. The realization of interconnectedness inspires you to extend your newfound compassion and understanding beyond your immediate circle, affecting broader social, environmental, and global issues. Service becomes a natural expression of your spiritual maturity. Whether through volunteering, mentoring, activism, or simply being present and supportive in daily interactions, your life increasingly revolves around uplifting and enriching others. This outward flow of love and service reinforces your spiritual alignment, creating a feedback loop of growth, joy, and fulfillment. In this stage, your presence alone becomes healing for others. People feel comforted, inspired, and empowered by your authenticity and clarity. You embody the qualities you wish to see in the world, becoming a beacon of hope, strength, and compassion, naturally drawing others towards their own path of awakening. Navigating challenges, maintaining equilibrium even in advanced stages of spiritual awakening. Challenges and obstacles remain inevitable aspects of human existence. Yet your perspective towards them is entirely transformed. Rather than feeling overwhelmed or disoriented by difficulties, you approach them with equanimity, recognizing their inherent value as teachers and guides. You cultivate resilience through self-awareness and emotional intelligence, swiftly identifying when your ego attempts to regain control or when unconscious patterns resurface. Your mindful practices and continuous self-reflection allow you to realign rapidly, maintaining your spiritual equilibrium despite life's inevitable turbulence. During challenging moments, your inner peace serves as an anchor, grounding you firmly in clarity and understanding. You acknowledge emotions without resistance, letting them pass through you rather than becoming entangled. This empowered, balanced state transforms hardships into potent catalysts for spiritual growth. Embodying wisdom, the path forward. Ultimately, spiritual awakening is not merely about acquiring knowledge or experiencing profound revelations. It's about embodying wisdom in every aspect of your life. Wisdom becomes the lens through which you perceive and interact with the world, influencing your thoughts, words, and actions profoundly. Your interactions become infused with authenticity, kindness, and genuine empathy. People sense your inner alignment, finding inspiration and encouragement simply by being in your presence. You naturally attract relationships and experiences that resonate deeply with your authentic self, creating a fulfilling and purpose-driven life. As you embody wisdom, your life's purpose clarifies further, aligning effortlessly with your true nature. Whether your path involves teaching, healing, creativity, leadership, or quiet contemplation, you express yourself authentically, contributing uniquely and powerfully to the collective evolution of humanity. Final reflections. Honoring the journey. Reflecting on your spiritual awakening journey, you recognize that every stage, unconsciousness, ego death, the search for truth, authentic self-emergence, and living in alignment has contributed significantly to your present state of awareness. Each challenge, each insight, and each transformation served an essential role in guiding you towards profound inner peace and fulfillment. You now honor every part of your journey, understanding that true awakening is embracing the totality of human experience, the beauty, the pain, the joy, and the struggles. By fully integrating and accepting each aspect of your path, you live a life characterized by profound gratitude, boundless compassion, and unconditional love. As your journey continues to unfold, you remain open-hearted and receptive, knowing that spiritual awakening is not a destination, but a lifelong adventure filled with endless possibilities for growth, learning, and deep connection. This awareness enriches every moment, guiding you gracefully through the intricate dance of life, fully awake and profoundly alive.